Welcome back. You're watching a very special episode of All About Ads on NDTV Profit, almost like a masterclass, where we are joined by the CEO of ViewClip, Nikhil Jakattar, and we are focusing on advertising because it's an advertising show. We are also joined by students from FMS who will be asking some questions. So let's get right to it. How do you make money on this platform? You mentioned advertising and you mentioned the freemium model. What is the next trend that we are seeing?
Mobile advertising, frankly, it's still in its early stages. There is some usage throughout the day, but the maximum usage is between 9 p.m. and 1 a.m. In each country we operate in, there are two types of advertisers. There are the transactional advertisers, people who want to sell you something at that point in time. And then there are brand advertisers. Traditionally, brand advertisers are where the bigger monies are spent. There has been a lot of transactional advertising activity for quite some time, for the last 4-5 years. But you can't build a business on a pure CPC, cost per click type model. The brand advertising dollars, when they start flowing, that's when you can build a whole business around that. And over the last 6 months, they have started coming in because they have to solve this problem of how to get to the consumers. Now that they have decided they want to do that, the question becomes, what is it that they're most comfortable doing? Is it a text ad? Is it a banner ad? Or is it a video ad? If we believe that TV is where they've been spending their money, video is a much more logical extension. The brands are coming and saying, okay, give me an experience, give me an ROI on a video spend, on a video campaign. And I think we're still in the early days. We're doing pre-rolls and stuff like that. We're doing some interesting other rich media campaigns. But it's all focused around video. As they get more and more comfortable with it, as they see the appropriate ROIs, we expect that spend will go up.
Or what happens in that scenario where I also want the option as a consumer to be able to skip those ads?
That is one of the most important questions that has come up, and one of the things that Google, I think, did really well is they introduced the skippable ads on YouTube.
Absolutely.
There was a lot of initial hesitation from advertisers, from content providers, because most consumers will skip the ad. How many consumers are excited about watching an ad? But I think what they proved through this process was that showing an ad to a consumer who is not interested actually has a reverse or the opposite impact of what you want as a brand. Instead, if what you did was you allowed the user to skip, and they still decided not to skip and watch the ad instead, then they really want to watch the ad. That means every view I had was from a willing consumer. What they could prove is, well, then why don't you increase the CPMs by 5 times? Because now I'm getting you a committed, excited consumer. You as a brand should be willing to spend 5 times more. And so they found a very good balance for the advertiser, for the brands, as well as for the publishers who are trying to make money off of it.